An absolutely stunning late afternoon, early evening here at the US Bank Stadium, and it is now time to get inside here for the Real Cost BMX Big Air. Always an impressive show-stopping event. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Uncle E alongside Scotty Kramer. Down in the mix, getting busy is Chris Doyle, and we're ready for what's known as the Throwdown Showdown. The crowd showing up in droves. I was out in the stands, and everybody's fired up to see the best BMX Big Air artists throw it all the way down, clear it, land it, then hit the quarter pipe. If you've seen it before, you're going to witness more greatness again, and we got some fantastic storylines to lay out for you. Mr. Williams, RW, a newcomer, a rookie. He rides a scooter and he rides a bike. What's so unique about this guy, Scotty?
Ryan Williams is one of a kind when it comes to doing tricks on his scooter and his bike both. As you can see in this replay, look at this. He's got cash rolls on lock across this big jump, and he's riding this for the very first time here at X Games today.
So excited. Last year's defending gold medal champ, Mr. James Foster.
James Foster last year had the most insane run that anybody has ever seen with the backflip triple tail whip to the bar spin to triple downside tail whip. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud, but that really did happen.
Yeah, total tongue twister. Awesome to see. Will we see it again this year? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Check it out, 8 guys. There is the list there. Oliveira from Brazil going first. James Foster going in the 8th position. They're all gonna get 4 shots at this. It's a 2-part scenario. If you don't land after the big air, chances are you're not gonna be making it to the tippy top of the quarter pipe, right, Scotty?
Well, that is for sure, because this is crucial. You guys have to jump this jump, land perfectly, get to that massive 27-foot quarter pipe, and it's big air. The judges want to see you go as high as possible.
Yep, the Real Cost BMX Big Air on the mega ramp. I'm excited for this thing. Hopefully folks at home are. I know, Scotty, you can see you twitching. You're so excited.
I love this.
Yeah.
I feel like a kid watching this one. I get so excited. Me being a professional rider, I can't even fathom jumping this thing.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Standing up there, looking down, dropping in. Douglas Oliveira from Brazil. No medals thus far. Will this year be the one?
Dougie Fresh with a flip whip. Ooh, I haven't seen him do that one, but he slid out. Man, he's back up on his feet, and that is a showman right there. He feeds off the crowd's energy. One of my favorite riders, one of my favorite people ever.
Well, you say you haven't seen him do that. Hopefully you're not going to see him do it again either.
Yeah, not that way.
Yeah.
Let's get a ride away from that, and let's see him try to break the record with the height, and he's fully capable of it.
He earned a perfect 10 on that, so in gymnastics he would have nailed it, but unfortunately this is out of 100, so he's currently in first as he's the only dude to hit it. Let's go back up top. A guy who's doing triple threat. So far, a 6th place invert last night. His name, Mikkel Laren, out of Racine, Wisconsin. He's got a whole bunch of fans here in the house, and he is one happy, positive dude, I can tell you that.
It's the truth, and it's contagious. You can see the guys on the ramp there wishing him luck, and he's doing the same because these guys feed off each other.
Oh, look at that shot.
Dropping in over to the big jump. Starting things off with a backflip, landing with a lot of speed, heading to the 27-foot quarter pipe. Massive air with a huge look back, catching transition and riding away, and we got somebody on the board right now.
Yeah, so 3rd person to do big air, vert, and park. Last guy to do it was Vince Byron in 2012. Look at this slow rotating backflip.
All the time in the world off of that 63-foot jump right there, leading into the quarter pipe. Massive ramp, 27 feet, clicking that look back, holding it. Oh my goodness, Chris Doyle is proud right now.
Yeah, that's impressive. So just getting his feet underneath him, 3 more jumps. Remember, everybody, all 8 of them get 4 jumps at it. These big smiles underneath there, definitely getting the heart going. Whew. All right, let's see what the scores are. Man, my heart's pounding just watching these guys.
That's just how it goes. I
Yes.
mean, everybody in the stadium's feeling that way.
Yeah, 77, so that's gonna be the benchmark for everyone to beat. So now, this is Ryan Williams' first X Games of his career, but before we watch him drop in, let's learn more in the Real Cost Keys to Success.
People always told me that the tricks I was doing were only possible because I was on a scooter. But I'd rode BMX on and off my whole life, and I truly believed that I could get them done on a BMX as well. I didn't even open the email. All I saw was congratulations from X Games, and I couldn't control my emotions. I just got straight up. I gave my phone to my girlfriend, and I'm like, film this. And I just did a backflip on flat, started running around going crazy. Immediately, I called Travis Pastrana, and within a week, I was at his house learning new tricks for the mega quarter. I was just that 12-year-old kid down at the skate park that everyone picked on. They told me I wouldn't make it anywhere, but here I am at X Games. If I can make it, you can too.
I absolutely love that. Just dedication, determination, saying, hey, all you haters, I'm just going to stick to what I know how to do and do it. And that's what he's done. So true grit, determination. He's here all the way from Australia, the Sunshine Coast. Ryan Williams going for his first go here at the Big Air.
And look at that, the forward bike flip over it. Stopping, using his foot right there, straight into a massive air and riding away on his first run. Rookie here at X Games.
You think the nerves are now out of him after he just chucked that bike in front of him? That was spectacular.
And that's a trick that he invented right there. That's a front bike flip. They do that on scooters. He did it on scooters and he did this on a BMX. Look at that. The bike goes right past his chest somehow, grabs it again with his hands, gets his feet back on, but watch his foot go in the wheel. He's the only rider tonight that is riding brakeless. And when you're bringing that much speed at this quarter pipe, it's hard. It's very difficult, especially for someone like Ryan. He hasn't had a quarter pipe background over the years.
Yeah, remember we were talking to him. He was so excited for his first time. He forgot to brake after landing. He's like, oh, I got to break this thing down.
It's a big jump, 63 feet. You're flying down that 73-foot structure over there.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Hitting speeds of approximately 40 miles an hour. From the takeoff to the top of the lip is a football field. So this Viking field was fit in that area there. Score 78-3-3, slides him into first. We got a lot more to go, but Ryan Williams, awesome. So 4 down, 4 to go. Everybody gets 4 runs at this thing. Big Air, the real cost, just kicking off. Next up, St. Louis, Missouri's own Zach Warden, a Big Air specialist, 2 golds back in 2013 when the X Games circuit was going global. Brazil and Barcelona, 6 medals total. And here he goes to the Big Hair, going for Big Air.
Head on in onto the big jump right there. He's going for the bike flip, back flip, and he rides away on this one. Awesome start onto the quarter pipe, doing a triple tail whip there and riding away. It's great to see Zach back on his bike landing that one. I feel like it's been a little while. Man, the crowd was loving that one as well.
Oh, that was great, spectacular. So a veteran, been doing this a long time. Great to see him get back at it. Here's a quarter pipe angle from the top.
Check this out. Watch how many times this bike goes around right here. And this is what he's so good at over the years. There we go, there's 2, and there's fitting the last one in there for the triple. Perfect, catching the pedals right there, riding away from it. So Zach, that trick that he did, he's the first person to do that one. That was a bike flip, back flip. So as you can see, he did 10 foot on the quarter pipe. You know, the judges are gonna reward guys that are gonna be going high. So right now, we saw Ryan Williams get to 17 foot. He's at 10 foot on that one, but the trick was significantly different.
Yeah, it is called Big Air for a reason, so great breakdown there, Scotty. And 81 puts him into first place.
He's got to be loving that one.
Well, kept it together on both facets, a triple tail whip, regardless of the height, rewarded him with some good scores there. Only 4 dudes have sent it so far. We got 4 more. That's a spectacular angle, Scotty. We went up there and looked down that thing. That is crazy, crazy.
You can't even fathom it. You really can't. It kind of gives you the shakes when you're up there.
Yeah, real cost BMX, Big Air. This is Morgan Wade, excited to see the big old Texan, a veteran, 35 years of age, our eldest out here, doing it for his wife and his son, Cotter. And he won the Big Air in LA in 2013. Love the way that felt. What's it gonna take for him to rise and get some more gold?
One of my favorite riders of all time. This guy goes huge, and we're gonna get a lot of that today. Going over the big jump with a 720 no-hander. Unbelievable. Heading to the quarter pipe. Massive one-handed double tail whip. Oh my God, I've never seen him do that before on a quarter pipe in my life. Oh my God, I can't stress how crazy that was. His hand was holding the bike. One right hand, the 720 no-hander, picture perfect. Looking extended, carving over, landing there, coming with so much speed into the quarter pipe, but this part is absolutely insane right here. Doing the tail up, I saw him do the one-handed tail, but a single one, he threw 2. I've never seen that done on a quarter pipe, let alone a 27-foot big Big Air mega ramp.
That is insane. With the war wounds to show from the training on both sides, Hoffman giving him some love.
21 feet, 7 inches.
21.7, that's a few inches off the mark. It's just a foot and a half behind the highest of all time, 23.3. That is a veteran right there going for it. Wow. All right, take a deep breath here. Hey, Colton Satterfield honed in his big air skills with the guidance of mentor Kevin Robinson. Before he drops in, let's learn more in Colton's profile.
What's up, guys? I'm Colton Satterfield, and I ride BMX Big Air.
Colton Satterfield has done it on the final run. He takes the gold.
So when I was growing up, starting to ride BMX, I would poster my wall up and collage it, and I had this one photo of Kevin Robinson doing a big flare no-hander out of the mega ramp, and I always thought what a crazy level of BMX that was, and I never would have thought that I would grow up and have that dude be kind of my mentor and be able to ride the same thing that he rode. So I was super blessed to be able to travel the world with him and recognize real quick. He made everyone feel like he was their best friend, and it's always really cool to watch even the contests that he announces and see him get more excited than even the person who's doing the tricks. Yeah, I'm sure we're all gonna go out there and send it for him, so I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Kevin, and many of us wouldn't, and I definitely wouldn't be as excited about it if it weren't for him, so props, Kevin.
That is just the truth. Every time you're around Kevin, it just felt like you were the most important person in the room, that's for sure. So for Colton right here, his dream was realized. Two-time gold medalist from Austin from Big Air. He's gonna get on here and send it. Totally inspired probably by what we just saw from Morgan Wade.
How could you not be?
Yeah, Morgan just got an 87.66. Sorry, you're so excited we forgot the score. Here goes Satterfield.
Front foot tail, the trick that I invented, actually.
Yeah.
Leading to the quarter pipe. He's going for the double flare! Yeah! Oh, man, he over-rotated right there.
That was a tough hit. So the double, always a risk reward. You saw a tough hit, you heard it. We've got X Games medical staff on site right now. And as you longtime veteran viewers have seen through the years, when you're pushing it here at the X Games or any sport, sometimes this gets away from you right here. And we will let us get back to you with what we know in just a minute, so stick around here. X Games Minneapolis 2018 will continue in a minute. Welcome back in. We are on a little bit of a course hold. Colton Satterfield had himself a tough fall. We're hearing claps right now. We're seeing some movement, which is always a good thing. Scotty, you've been in the sport a long time. We've seen this through the years in the X Games. What do you think?
You know, it's always hard to watch somebody crash, you know, in the X Games. I mean, in just general in BMX, it's a high-risk sport. We know what we signed ourselves up for, you know. I'm currently recovering from an injury, you know, that completely changed my life from riding BMX. And, you know, it's part of it. We all know that. We still hate to see it. And, you know, we're just hoping, you know, that everything's going to go great with Colton. He'll be back up on his feet in no time.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we can do is put the prayers in there. You as well, folks. He's up. He's got movement. That's the key right there. What we don't like to do is tell you what we think happened. So when X Games Medical says something, then we'll let you know. But I believe Chris Doyle, our third member of our team, is in the mix down below. Chris, can you hear us?
I got you guys. Well, what you guys just saw was the most unfortunate part of our sport, and injuries play such a big factor, especially when you're taking huge risks like this and riding huge ramps. Injuries happen to all of us, as Scotty just told you. What we did see were some good things. We saw Colton moving his arms, moving his legs. He was responsive to the paramedics, and we can only hope for the best from here on out.
Thank you. Down in the mix, Chris Doyle. And while we get things dialed in, we'll take a look at first, second, and third. It's Morgan Wade in the lead, Zach Warden, and Ryan Williams. And here's our leader, Morgan Wade, overly impressed with what this veteran has done.
Like I said earlier, that is my favorite rider of all time right there, because he can do stuff like this. Just, I mean, who does this? Who learns a double tail one-hander at 21
6.7 feet on a 27-foot ramp. Only Morgan Wade.
Yeah, that's nearly 50 feet above Earth right there. Here's second place, Zach Warden, the long hair farmer, getting it done.
Like flip, backflip, his signature move, and he's capable of even more than that. And we have 3 runs left from him, so.
We've only had 6 runs so far. We got so much more to go, and look at that, stomping it down.
Landing that one, unbelievable.
Yeah, and then RW, the man who rides a scooter in Nitro Circus. And look at this. This looks like a video game trick.
Every time I see it, it still feels like it's impossible. And somehow he grabs it, gets back on almost every single time. Rookie here, and he is showing them that he belongs, and he's demanding respect from BMX riders around the world after this.
Yeah, getting uppers at 15 feet. Love how he throws the shoe back there to slow him down. Remember, he has no brakes. A no-brake assault on the quarter pipe.
Who would have ever thought that'd be happening on this?
I know. Okay, so there's your current leader saying hello to mama and baby. I love it. Just a family affair out here. You know, you've seen it. You've seen it through the years. All these people, including yourself, you started as a kid. Now there's marriages, there's families, there's twins in the equation. It's awesome.
It's seriously amazing. I was at Woodward Camp last week, and I had Kevin Robinson's son with me riding there. And I also had Chad Kage's son there, so it just goes to show.
Yeah, that's Natalie and Connor. But right now on screen, you're seeing Colton Satterfield. Yeah,
is
Colton
on his way.
Satterfield on his way. He's got a hand up. He's got movement. That's always a good thing, as you can attest to.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. I mean, everybody is on his side right now, so the fact that he's up moving around, that is just the best thing that we want to see right now going into this.
Yeah, the nature of the sport, and that's a good thing again, hands movement. So again, all precautionary measures put into place here, and we are now going to get back to competition, and we're looking at a guy who walked away last night, won the vert competition outside of the arena for the 2nd year in a row, 3 of the last 4 years, took the glorious power away from Mr. Jamie Bestwick, but right now he's setting his sights on going big, on Big Air. His name is Vince Byron, hails from Brisbane, Australia. All you Aussies out there, you got a heavy hitter right here. You looking forward to this one?
Of course I am. He's got so many box jump tricks, but he also has vert background. There we go with the cash roll. It's a front flip 360 over the 63-foot, going to the quarter pipe, massive flare tabletop. You know what? That's the first run that he wants to put down there, get on the board, see how the judges are feeling him out, and I think it's a really good start for Vince.
Yeah, a little conservative for him, but after that just went down with Satterfield. He's probably saying, okay, put the brakes on a bit. I got a lot more. I have more jumps ahead.
Of course it is. You got 4 runs total tonight, you know, and if you can get a run in the bag right here, in control, just like Vince did, you got to get a score on the board.
Yeah.
Coming in, going to the quarter pipe, and this is where his specialty is. He's a vert rider. Clearly, he just won the gold medal yesterday. So there's a flare tabletop, perfect. He's at a really good height right there. I'm curious to see what the exact count is, but look at, he lands close to the top, smooth as could be. You know, trained professional when it comes to vert.
Trained professionals, right? Height meter 16.7. So getting up to where he needs to be, and we'll see what the scores come in at. Remember, Morgan Wade has our lead with an 87.66. This is round 1 of 4. 83.33 slides into 2nd place, wedged in between Wade and Ward. All right, having a peek up the top, 2017 BMX Big Air gold medalist James Foster is up next. But before he drops in, let's dive deeper into the Pacifico Discover More. Hit it.
Welcome everybody to the Road to X Games. I'm your host, Jack Matrani. We're here in beautiful Moreno Valley, California to link up with 3-time BMX X Games medalist James Foster. Talk to me a little bit about X Games. You've been competing in X Games since 2013, and last year was your first X Games gold medal.
Yeah.
What do you think attributed to that gold medal last year?
Honestly, eating better, exercising regularly, and doing yoga and meditating. Those 4 things. I went from riding and competing and doing well to being able to accomplish the biggest thing I've ever done in my life.
What was it like standing at the top of the ramp on that last run? I mean, there were so many, podium changes, and it was the most head-to-head battle I've ever witnessed.
I was going through the trick over and over again in my head, visualizing what I'm doing, like going through the motions in my mind with my eyes closed, and then open my eyes. Okay, here we are, it's go time. Drop in and try and do what I did in my head on my bike, and it worked. Call it luck or good fortune, skill, all of the above, who knows.
what just happened?
James Foster, the hard work, the dedication pays off.
I don't know if you saw the video, but I threw my bike at the end. I mean, I was beside myself. I still am. I mean, I still can't believe that it went the way that it did.
That being said, man, good luck at X Games this year.
Thank
we
you.
get a session going?
Yeah, man. Let's
Christen
ride
this ramp.
thing.
So the complete package of mind, body, and spirit. I'll say this right here. He got in a motorcycle crash last Thursday going 35 miles an hour, got kicked off the motorcycle, lost his shoes, got back on the bike, rode home. The bike died 2 blocks from his house. He self-evaluated himself, said he's okay, started eating right, meditated, did yoga, and he's here. And he cleared himself for takeoff. How's that?
Sounds like a Big Air gold medalist to me, honestly.
Exactly. Defending gold medalist, dropping in, ready to get her done.
Okay, on his first run, he's doing the flip whip, landed in control. Let's see what he's got on his quarter pipe. Downside triple tail whip, and he's riding away from that one. First run in the bag. You're gonna see this keep on escalating. This is a chess match tonight, okay? These guys, as it moves forward, there's 4 runs total. You don't wanna let your best run out of the bag right away.
Yeah, 18-3. You're right, exactly. It's a progressive one. Yeah, and you can hang it all on the line, but risk reward.
Yeah, so there's the flip whip. He usually does triple whips, so just think about that. But here's the triple downside tail whip air, and he was doing it at height, so he definitely showed up really good on the quarter pipe for his first run. So I'm curious to see where the judges feel that one out, where they decide he should be, because he's going to be hanging on that one to decide what he needs to bring on the next run.
Yeah, smart play by the defending gold medalist, knowing he's got 3 more to get at it. He opted out of the dirt competition due to the car accident we just spoke of. Love that.
How
Doing
awesome
it
is that?
for K-Rob.
How cool is that right there?
He says what we don't need to. Love that. Man, I'm holding my heart because mine's beating fast. I wonder how his is going,
Yeah,
huh?
can you imagine that?
Gosh. Yeah, it's just remarkable. The speeds are getting us 40 miles an hour, clearing about 60 to 80 feet, depending on where they're landing in the sweet spot. And then the bottom of the pipe from the top is 27 feet, excuse me. And then they're gaining upwards of 18 feet of elevation. So do the math. You're dropping 40 feet, in essence, down. And score in, 3rd place. Good enough right now for an 82.66, 3rd place. We got Wade, Byron, Foster in your top 3 after 1 whole run. Unfortunately, Colton Satterfield will not be returning to the next round, so we're down to a field of 7. Well, I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing out here. Lots more yet to come. The real cost BMX Big Air will continue. Morgan Wade leads the charge. Douglas Oliveira, 27, didn't even make it to the second part of the Big Air on run number 1, so maybe he learned, I'm gonna say he did learn something from that one. Got the butterflies out of his system. Here he goes for run number 2. It's a Brazilian.
When he gets to that quarter pipe, be ready because he has the 2nd highest air at 22 foot 1 inch. Let's see how this goes over the big gap. There's the flip whip catching pedals this time. He's heading over there with speed. Let's see what he's got here. Massive air. Hold on, Dougie. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at the look on his face right there. You know, a lot of people think like these guys are like adrenaline junkies, you know? It's not, this is more of an art than it is. And look what he did, he tied his own record on that run. 22 foot 1 inch.
Wow, you can
amazing.
Call that one, huh?
Oh, look at the flip whip though. This is absolutely perfect compared to the last one. He sorted that out, no problem at all. Gets the pedals, lands with good speed. Now the pump is crucial to get to an air that's 22 foot high. And look at the height right here. Dougie just tucking the bike up, holding on. You know, can you imagine being 22 foot up there, and now you got to come back down to this ramp. You're looking at that thing, wondering if you were like leaning to a side, being on the ramp like you need to be. It's crazy.
22 plus 27, almost 50 feet from the flat bottom when you're out there. That's crazy.
Unreal.
So that's definitely going to improve his first run score. It does, 76.33 with 2 more runs for Oliveira.
Woo! Happy night. Let's do the next one.
All right, Michael, first run together. I'm down. I'll follow you. Tight. Let's do it.
That's sick. Tight.
Cool shot on iPhone for sure. Well, down in the mix with those folks is Mr. Chris Doyle. What's happening, brother?
Now, guys, I want to give you guys a little update on Colton Satterfield. Colton Satterfield is being evaluated for clavicle and possible head injury. He is out of the competition.
Well, thank you for that update. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we know more, but we are back up to the monstrosity known as the mega ramp for Big Air, where Morgan Wade is in the lead, being chased by Byron and Foster and everyone else. This guy we just saw on the iPhone ad, Michael Laren, when he was 7, you remember seeing the X Games in Providence, Rhode Island, 95. He said, someday I'm gonna do that. And not only is he doing Big Air, he's also doing park, and he did vert last night, just truly living a childhood dream.
Oh, it's the truth, and he's the nicest guy out there. He's so positive, we can't stress that enough. Michael is actually going out there and he's changing people's lives. He really is. By just meeting them, talking with them, the positivity off this guy is so contagious, and we are all rooting for Michael, and I'd love to see this guy get another medal.
He's in 6th place with a 77, his second run right now.
Nobody can, and that was like a scissor kick kind of Indian right there. Straight to a slow, so slow, double downside tailwhip at height as well. Man, definitely an upgrade from run number 1 right there.
There is so much time up there, like slow double whip, that's crazy. There's room for more.
Oh my goodness, check out this helmet cam. Going up that quarter pipe, we're gonna get a bird's eye view looking down. Imagine trying to come back down to this ramp, trying to find that bike, all the pedals, and honestly, I can't fathom it. I can't stress that enough. This is crazy stuff.
It is each run, my heart gets going. I can't imagine these guys dropped down 18.5 feet. Mikel Laren, hailing from Racine, Wisconsin. He's got a big fan base here, and he's, again, going 3 disciplines. We'll see him.
That was fun. Stay on.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that would never be my response right there.
Yeah, upon meeting him for the first time, he's just genuine. He wants to know about you, kind of like the K-Rob attitude, just genuinely interested in human awareness.
He definitely takes part of Kevin Robinson and carries on with that. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, with the Darth Vader full face on, and score addressing there. 18 feet and change was the height. Score 83 puts him into the 3rd place spot for the time being. Nice job, Michael Laren. Doing it on the Hoffman bike. All right, excited to see this kid. Ryan Williams, the rookie. Obviously being a rookie, has no medals. Looking to see if he can't come here and shock the system.
Here we go. Believe in yourself, let's do it.
Love that, right?
Yeah, seriously, how could you not?
Yeah, that video game part right here, jumps that no one else is doing, showing up, meaning business.
Let's see if he mixes it up this time. He's going for that front bike flip again, catching perfect, stopping with his wheel, and he's going for the front flip flare! Oh, he was so close to landing that right there. We have never seen that on Big Air right there.
What?
Wow, so close.
Oh.
Unbelievable. This is the wildest competition. I can't stress it enough. Look at this front bike flip. The bike just passes his face of his full face right there, catches this thing, foot goes into the tire to slow down real quick, and then he goes for the front flip flare, and it is massive. He spots the landing, he's coming down, but he was just a little bit too low, too much G-force down on his feet to ride away from that one. But wow, he's got to feel great about that one. That was really close.
Yeah, that's not something you practice every day. You know, he went to Pastrana's ramp and learned some stuff there, but this is not stuff he's doing on a day-to-day basis. That is just gumption and pure gusto. You know, cojones to boot. Wow.
I'm in shock here.
Yeah, heart pounding. Oh, I hope you folks are loving it. This is the real cost BMX Big Air. X Games Minneapolis 2018. You're looking at Zach the Warden. He's currently in 5th place with an 81. Pedal to the metal.
Bike, oh, the bike got away from him. Ooh. All right, well, I think Zach is A-okay after that one. He is padded up. He knows that is part of it. And I've seen him bail on those before. It's a difficult trick. He's going for that backflip bike flip, leaving only one hand on and keeping his hand loose enough on the grip that he can rotate that bike almost like a lasso. So here's the replay. We'll see when things went actually wrong on this. So there you go, keeping that one hand on, it's spinning around. Oh, it hit his leg. The front wheel hit his leg, and it threw the whole entire rotation off, and the bike just disappeared.
Yeah, do you see his eyes where his hand was, and the bike wasn't there anymore? He's like, oh, we got issues.
That's an issue.
We got issues.
He's A-okay, though.
Yeah. The hair saved him. The hair saved him for sure. Yeah, extra padding. Wow, okay, so he's got 2 more runs. He's okay. Woo, take a deep breath. Current leader, Morgan Wade. LA, X Games, gold medal, Big Air 5 years ago. He loved it. He wants a little bit more of it. And I'm on edge here.
You are.
This is great.
I can't believe what I'm watching here. Morgan Wade, one of the all-time BMX riders. This guy has changed the sport by making. Oh no! Why do you just let us know we're going up on this one?
I love the rashes, the wounds he has on both sides of his body. We see it again, but here he goes, tatted up, camoed out. Current leader Morgan Wade out of Texas.
He's going for the backflip. He's transferring over to get speed. He's going to try to break the height record right now. Massive one-handed tabletop, and he pulls his foot, but how high was it, Uncle Lee? We're gonna find out right now, the official mark. And let me remind you, 23 feet, 3 inches.
Is held by Morgan Wade, so here we go. He's not doing any tricks per se, he's one-handing it, but look at the height, going for it.
Okay, pop it up, and this is 15, unofficial right here.
20.
Ooh, so close, I don't know, we're gonna find out. I don't know how they judge this one.
Yeah. It's going to be inches right there.
Oh, my goodness. We could break a record here right now. This is crazy.
This is what the X Games is all about. You folks who have been watching for a long time know you're excited. We're just excited. You're 23
feet 11 inches.
Yes,
oh, my goodness. We got a new record right now. Unbelievable.
Shattering
what a night for Morgan Wade.
Yep. The ramp highest is 23:10, says research. So this is an official...
A full
official
Big Air record.
Big Air record of 23:11. You just witnessed it here.
I hope he knows that right now.
I gotta pump it back up.
Well, you know what they do? They pump up their tires so they have so much air pressure in it that there's no resistance, and that the G-force, when they land, that their tires stay on there. But how cool is this?
Yeah, there it is. Record 23:11, almost 24 feet from the top of the coping of that pipe, with another 27 from the top of the coping down to the flat bottom there. So that is over 50 feet, folks. 5 stories of a building. Wow.
Oh.
All right, this is not Colton Satterfield on the left-hand side of the screen. The graphic is incorrect. So that is actually the man, the myth, Mr. Vince Byron, who's currently in second place. Here he goes.
There goes cash roll again, going to the quarter pipe. He's gonna up it, I know it. 540 flare! Whoa, so close, so close right there.
So dangerous down to that bottom, and he knew it too, and he's just trying to hold on. But such a savvy competitor, knows when to get off.
Of course, you know, these guys are seasoned veterans. They felt pretty much everything, you know, that they need to felt over the years of when to get off the bike, how to handle certain situations. But here's the cash roll, perfect landing, and this is setting him up with so much speed, perfect to that quarter pipe. I knew we were gonna get an upgrade, but man, on the second run, we were getting the 540 flare. Whoa, that's more of a Cork 900 right there. That's a different rotation than he usually does. So that thing's coming around. All that, look at that, just the impact of his body down there.
Yeah, you mentioned G-forces below, so 2.5 Gs. So let's put it this way: if you're 200 pounds, you go into that, it's like slinging 500 pounds. So 2.5 times 200, that's 500 pounds of weight being redistributed right there.
That's absolutely insane that these guys can handle this.
Yeah, it's remarkable. So you witnessed history so far. Now you're looking at determination, a guy that arguably may not be alive because of that car accident that just happened. Defending gold medalist out of Redlands, California, James Foster, hitting it.
Okay, James started things off with the Superman sea crab on this one. Going to the quarter pipe this time around. Oh, he's going 4. Was that 4? I think that was 4.
I couldn't count that high.
By that face, that was 4.
Yes.
That was definitely 4. Oh my, what a night so far. We're on run number 2, and we just got our first quadruple tail whip on the 27-foot Big Air quarter pipe.
Thank God we've got super slow-mo.
Here we go. 1, let's count it. 2 right there. The 3 coming around. Oh, that's the first time he's ever done that one on a quarter pipe, guaranteed. I don't know. I think he's done it on a bigger ramp before, but no one has ever done that on a big quarter pipe.
I cannot believe I pulled that.
There you go, straight from the horse's mouth.
I it up more and sent it.
Wow.
Yeah, let him tell the story. He was living it. We're just watching it.
And that was high as well. That was up there.
I just sent it to him.
What a night so far. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah,
man.
so although the amplitude may not be where Wade's was, that difficulty opposed to a straight air is going to definitely benefit him there. And 89.33 is the score. New leader.
Whoa, moving into first place.
Yeah, James Foster stoked, as you can see.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We got a contest.
To say the least.
Oh, yeah,
Blowing minds, exceeding expectations. That's what happens here at the X Games. And look at this, the big hair. Uh-oh, I missed my bike. I better get off. And we're only halfway through right now. These are the best of the best that Big Air has to offer. The real cost, BMX Big Air, will be coming back with the second half of the Throwdown Showdown when we come back. Back to the top, Douglas Oliveira, the Brazilian, currently in the 7th position. The time is now for him to put all the first 2 runs kind of in his mind's eye and then up the ante. So we're getting down in the nitty-gritty. 2 runs left. Do you throw your hardest here and hope for the best, or do you wait?
We might have a height competition going on our hands. We have 2 guys that are going at their records right now. Morgan Wade breaking it. We'll see what he does. Oh, here's the flip whip. We'll see what happens on the quarter pipe. Dougie Fresh. Bar spin. Oh, he's ditching off the bike on that one. It looked like his back wheel was a little bit above the ramp, but he's up on his feet. He got out of that safely. He slid out perfectly.
Yeah, he knew something wasn't right. He just hit the eject button and said, I'm gonna live to jump another day.
No, and these guys know exactly where they're at.
Yeah, 15.5 is the height. Remember, he was second highest, 22.1 for a while. Morgan Wade held the top spot and now has the new top spot. And that score will not do much better than his 76.33. You can almost guarantee that.
And it's okay to be different. That's why you're at the skate park in the first place, right? You know, so I just think that with bullying at the skate park, if these kids have that knowledge and comfort to say, yo, I'm okay, I'm different, that's fine. Well, why are you doing a kickflip that way, bro? That's just the way I learned it, you know? I think there is a deep-rooted, you know, issue behind the action with bullies for sure.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? If you're out there doing it, you're doing it. You're not talking about it. Get out there and do it. And I love the fact that X Games is all about the stopping bullying. Shred hate. Just shred it apart, Scotty.
It's the truth. I hate seeing that kind of stuff. And Michael reaching out there. I hope that everybody can meet Michael and experience it. And he could literally shred hate by himself.
Yeah, just by meeting him, it just exudes nothing but positivity. Love it. Again, he's one of the only 3 guys going for 3 different disciplines: Big Air, vert, and park. Last guy to do it was Vince Byron in 2012. And we are now looking for Michael, excuse me, to set his sights. Look at that bike, dude. That's snazzy. Something special, huh?
It's really nice, man. I was commenting the last time I saw him at the park qualifier. He's always looking good.
Yep. All right, so 6th place last year, dropping in right here, right now, hitting it.
There's the flip whip over the 63-foot. Oh, he couldn't find the pedals that time. No. Man, I get so excited when these guys go. I want them to be able to put on the show for everybody. But when it comes to an abrupt stop like that, you know, when the ramp doesn't work, you know. Okay, coming on in. Man, it's terrible. It's hard. You know, imagine kicking the bike around, doing a backflip, trying to find your feet, getting them back on, through all that madness, and these guys somehow are professionals at it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, just the everything that's going on, as you said, the speed and to get it all together is not going to happen every time. It shows that these guys are in fact human, not robotic, not a video game. Okay, so Michael off to the side. Now we're going on to Ryan Williams, who's in 6th place. He's capable of so much uniqueness, as we've seen. Watch this first maneuver. He's going to do it again, I'm pretty certain, because his second part is where he's not having the greatest success.
Yes, and he was so close to the second part. If he lands this one, this is going to be serious. There's the front bike flip. Catching the bike again, perfect. Here we go, moment of truth. The front flare. Yo, so close again. Oh my goodness. He's going to punch a hole through that ramp, and I don't blame him. He is so close to landing that front foot flare. Never done on the mega ramp quarter pipe.
17.5 is the height. He's got this down. Look at the head rotating around.
This is crazy right here. I don't even know how this possibly works, but it does. The spot on his landing coming in, but he's just landing a little bit off. See, he's leaning to his left side a little right there, landing low. But man, he's just so close to this one. This is building some serious suspense to the next runs leading up.
Yeah,
that is for sure.
I've never seen it either. I mean, he's going against all forms of physics. He's throwing his shoulder like a misty. So it's the G-force, negative G-force, I guess that has to be.
Listen, I've seen guys do this trick on other ramps, but to do this at 17.5 feet out of a 27-foot ramp, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah, he says he visualized new tricks while he drifts off to sleep like that. Okay, we'll talk more about Williams in a minute. The Warden, who's in 5th with an 81, going for it. Him and his hair, sending it, jump 3.
The bike flip. Oh, he's over-rotating that time, landing on his back, sliding out. You can see he goes right to his elbow pads to slide out in that one because these guys are going 40 miles an hour and jumping off their bikes. And he's not wearing gloves, which really blows my mind. It's the fact that he's doing this bike flip is the reason why he doesn't ride gloves, but can you imagine that? You don't even have the ability to put your hands down to slow yourself down, but over-rotated, didn't get his feet back on, went right to his backslide, and you'll see right here, his hands touch, he's like, uh-oh.
Oh,
it goes right to his elbows.
Yeah, that's just burning away. Yeah, pads on for safety. So the Warden, 2 golds back in 2013, 6 medals overall. Just great characters. Been doing this since 2007 at X Games. All right, stretching it out. There's your leader, James Foster, getting ready for his 3rd of 4 runs. When we come back, more Real Cost BMX Big Air. Sun is down outside of Minneapolis. Nighttime's the right time for a Big Air. The Real Cost BMX Big Air continues on inside the US Bank Arena. And there's a shot, a silhouette of the man, K-Rob. Kevin Robinson had a great tribute the other night. He is looking down and offering all sorts of great support and great spirit tonight.
You can tell these guys are feeling every bit of K-Rob's presence on this ramp tonight. We got world records being broken tonight here.
Yeah. Chris Doyle, thoughts down below?
Well, guys, I'm standing down here between the landing and the huge quarter pipe, and my palms have not stopped sweating since the competition started. There's a lot of emotion down here. I mean, there's a lot of nerves, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of fear. It's really fun to be a part of this, but you can only hope everyone stays safe and continues to put on a great show.
Yeah, there's a great shot. Thanks, Doyle. Chris Doyle, Scott Kramer next to me. I'm Uncle Lee, and this is the Big Air on the mega ramp. Always impressive. I got sweat rings like you would read about, man. I'm sweating up here. It's so exciting.
I can verify that.
Yeah. This is spectacular. Our current leader right now, James Foster, followed by Morgan Wade and Vince Byron. As we said, we're breaking records. If you haven't seen anything yet, you're just joining us, welcome. You're looking at the 35-year-old Texan from the big state of Texas, Morgan Wade. He's in 2nd, always impressive, and he just broke his own record for height, which was 23.3. He put down a 23.11.
Unbelievable. He holds the highest record right now, but this is the final chance that he gets to try to get into that gold spot right now.
He has one more after this.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Yeah. So we got 2 shots right now.
Yeah, we give him a bonus one.
He deserves it. He really does.
Right. Here
I'll watch him ride all night.
In 2nd place, needs an 89.33 or better. Here's the first part.
There's a 720 no-hander onto the quarter pipe. The double.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, he landed low on that one, but he's the toughest guy on the planet Earth, and he is back up on his feet, saluting the crowd.
Put me in the meat wagon.
I wish you guys could see Uncle E's face next to me watching Morgan Wade right now.
21.8, falling to the flat bottom. Holy shnikes.
Okay, here's the 720 no-hander, textbook as can be, reaching down. And now here's the crazy part. This is why I freaked out so much on this double tail up one-hander, because things can go drastically wrong. The bike came back to him when he wasn't ready for it. He landed very low too. He only caught about 10 foot or so with that 27-foot transition.
Yeah, from that other angle, it looked like he landed more in the flat bottom, but he did have transition there. He's going to feel that one in the morning, most likely.
Okay, so he's got a broken bike.
Yeah, he's going to reduct tape his legs.
Oh, man. Oh, Morgan Wade.
This is crazy. So Morgan Wade will reassess his situation, put his bike back together, and now we move on to Vince Byron, who's in the 3rd bronze medal spot right now with an 83.33. Current leader's got 6 points ahead of him, James Foster. Byron's 3rd of 4 runs happening right now.
There's the cash roll again, landing with good speed, heading to the quarter pipe. Let's see if he does it again. There's that 540 flare, that 900, and that time he lands absolutely perfect. So I believe that was pretty much the run that we saw last year from him. I'm curious to see the height on that one. And like he usually does like a more of a 540 kind of flare inverted. He's been like kind of laying it down flat-ish, which is very interesting. But let's see what the height is on this one. I'm curious to see how the judges feel about it.
Yeah, the height was good. Here's the top part. So look at this aerial view brought to you by the Pacifico Spider Cam. Check this out right here. So good composure.
There we go. See, he's carving. That time he was straight up more, so that was more 540 flare, and he lands that one good. So, but how will the judges reward this one? He's got the cash roll on there.
Okay.
He's got the flare 540. He's at 13 feet.
Okay, so the height for Foster was greater.
I don't remember the exact height for Foster.
It was greater, and
but it did look higher to me.
It was a little bit higher with 4 whips, so arguably
and it's a new trick too,
right?
It's a new trick,
so
the quad.
3rd run, 83.3.
He's definitely going up.
I'm
Nope.
alive.
But
Sorry.
where's he going to be?
Yes,
Everyone
that's
sees
not
I'm
the third
still
run
here.
score.
Fuck yeah.
The Aussie very excited. And we still await run number 3 score.
Any second now, the moment of truth.
85.66 slides him into third, keeps him in third place. So might have been the amplitude.
I think it was, you know, and that first trick right there, you know, he's got that really consistent. I mean, if you're outweighing trick by trick, you can get into a judgment contest between everybody. So
Sure.
let's just see what he brings in the next run.
Okay, so James Foster, current leader, earned a gold last year. Happy to be alive and here with us. He's gone through in his mind's eye. His body's in the best shape possible. Thanks to meditation, some yoga, good spirituality. And right now, he's just, what's going through his mind right now? What's he doing?
This is a tough one because he's already in the lead, but you don't want to be secure with an 89. You know, X Games is known to jump into the 90s, so I think he's going to step it up. There's a flip whip to whip back. Oh, wow.
There's a
So
lot
James
going on
is
right
on his
there.
back right now, but he's back up, so that's great to see. Tail up to tail whip back in a backflip is quite complicated, especially when you're going 63 feet across that, because you have all this force that's coming around and you're kicking that bike back. That little bit of lean, that little bit of force from kicking the leg, that is definitely going to throw off your balance, and I believe that's what happened. He couldn't really find his feet to the pedals, couldn't command it back down.
Yep, great analysis there. And Foster stays in the lead regardless of what that happened there. Wade and Brian chasing him. Foster was the last gent to go in that round. That means we have 7 riders remaining, assuming that the bike will be in peace here. Well, okay, some great stuff going on here. Getting lost in thought. There's Foster up in the air, current leader. When we come back, the final round of the Real Cost BMX Big Air. Welcome back to the Real Cost BMX Big Air. Hey, tomorrow, Saturday on ABC, 1 o'clock Eastern, check out Jared McNeil, Moto X Step Up, along with Tom Starr, Men's Skateboard Park, and the lovely Leticia Buffoni at Women's Skateboard Street. That is day 3 of 4 here at X Games Minneapolis 2018. And now we go with live action, 4th and final run, and our standings look just like this. James Foster going for back-to-back, one of only 5 guys that potentially, well, he's got to do it first, and he will be one of 5 guys, but we're not going to get there yet. Morgan Wade and then Vince Byron round out your top 3. Everyone else chasing. At the bottom, Colton Satterfield had a crash, and he's doing okay. He's getting checked out. All right, this is the Real Cost BMX Big Air final run. Scotty Kramer, Chris Doyle, and Uncle E here, bringing it to you. The Brazilian, Oliveira, knows all about huge air. He held the record for a minute at 21 plus feet. And right now, what do you think he's thinking? What does he got to do to get on the podium?
Okay, so I noticed in his last run, he was doing a bar spin trick, and spinning his bars on top of this deck, I think we're gonna get something along those lines, but he's gotta get past this gap first, and that's been a tough one for him, so let's see how he goes. Dougie Fresh heading on into the right side of the 63-foot gap, flip whip, catching pedals, okay, he's got his chance now. Bar spin, 2 tail whip, Dougie! Oh! He's up on his feet. Fantastic.
That's the important thing. Bravo.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Look at him bowing to the crowd. I can't tell you enough how awesome this guy really is.
He's happy to be alive.
Yeah, I don't blame him. There we go with that flip whip, catching this one beautiful. I mean, the last 2 that he's done has been absolutely perfect compared to that first one. Going for this bar spin to late tail up. I've never seen him do this one or attempt it, especially on the Resi back at Woodward. So there's the tail up coming around, and it clips his knee on the left side. And this is when he knows he's in serious trouble. Oh, look at that abrupt landing.
That full face, grateful he's there. Those teeth would have paid the fiddler.
Oh, he's mad.
Yeah, so he'll.
I feel that.
He's the best. See,
such good energy.
He really is the best, honestly.
Yeah, his best so far. 4th place, 2014 in Austin. So no medals for that man. Let's go over here to Michael Laren. We've seen him, we've heard him. We know he's uber positive. Took 6th place last year. He's doing triple threat out here. Big Air, Vert, and Park. So excited to see this guy send it. He's in 4th place, outside looking in. First the Big Air, then the quarter pipe.
Okay, onto the back of Michael. Good. Oh man, that was okay. All right, this is crazy right here because as wild as that looks, that was
the best case scenario, he jumped out of that at the perfect time. He was gonna go for the double backflip, but it's a tough ramp to ride because the transition is so mellow. He pulls, but he knows straight away. He's like, damn, this is not enough. Look, he even started to look for the second one. He got out of that at such a good time. Oh, we're gonna get a helmet cam view on this one. Okay. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, things are going pretty good. I think I'm gonna do one flip, and then he looks up and says, no.
Oh, man, riding away on this one, but wow.
That's like stopping that rotation. Once that force gets going, there's nothing easy about that. If you've ever done a double on a diving board, you know you land flat on your back.
Of course, of course. And I've done a double on my bike, and I landed flat on my face before, to be honest with you. So I know what it's like, and I'm glad he got out the way he did.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a testament to skill right there. All right, RW, Ryan Williams. He is in the 6th spot. You've seen the first part of the jump 3 times, the second part twice. Will he be able to piece it all together? What has he learned?
The trauma is building up on this one, Uncle E. This is coming down to the last run. He is feeling this one. I know how bad he wants to get this one done. Can he get it?
Yeah, if you folks just tuning in, this guy's a rookie. First time at the X Games in the Big Air from Australia. Look at this.
Front bike flip, perfect. Stopping the wheel. Going for the front flip flare.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. No, not again. Man. He got to, he kicks his shoe. His shoe is gone. I knew it was the shoe's fault the whole time.
It was the dart shoe.
Man, but that was amazing. So close to doing a first ever front flip flare on the mega quarter pipe. Hats off to this guy. Seriously, coming out of here as a rookie, throwing that bike, unbelievable. The only one in the world doing this trick, catching it pedal to pedal, slowing himself down without brakes again, looking for this front flip flare, and it's looking right. It's looking like it's gonna work, but it's just too far out, too much impact at the bottom for his body to handle it.
Yeah, he's off to the left just a little. That height and that speed is just gonna keep him going left. And check it out. You want a shoe? There you go.
Gone.
That would be a good place kicker here for Minnesota.
Oh, man, that's a tough break right there.
Dude,
but he's got to be proud of himself.
Oh, he has to. You know, coming from the background that he has, Nitro Circus and Scooter into BMX.
Believe in yourself. Woo!
Believe in yourself, gets the invite, shows up here, and throws down stuff that's never been done. And you can see him already anticipating what he's going to do on the quarter pipe as he's flying through the air. That's spectacular.
No, he's a professional for sure.
All right, Zach Ward from St. Louis, Missouri, near the arch, the gateway to the west or east, depending on which way you're looking. And he is in 5th with an 81, so if he can put this all together, keep the amplitude right where it needs to be, dial it in, he could approach this podium.
So he could throw a crazy trick if everything goes right on this first jump right here onto the 63-foot jump. Bike flip. Oh, and he's riding away, but his foot is stuck in the bike. Man.
Wow.
Look at his bike stuck on the edge there. He's just stuck all over the place. He's a little confused by it.
Yeah, what just happened there, he says.
Claiming the bike, but you know what? Put on a great show. He landed his run today, you know, and I know he had trouble last time, so this is an upgrade from last year.
Yeah, take
Here's the replay right here. It's a bike flip, back flip. So look at that, spinning the bike around like a lasso, grabbing that seat, commanding the bike back into his possession. You look at his hand reaching, but his foot is the issue. Let's see where it goes. His foot lands. Okay, so something is stuck in the bike. Oh, I think it was stuck on the brake cable. I think that's what it was. So the brake was locked up and his foot was standing on that cable part right there. So
yeah, you see in the middle of the flip, he's going to grab the bar, he misses it, and then gets it again. That's just.
And that was in slow motion. We were watching it. Imagine what it was like in real time.
Man. So Zach Ward, his night is done, no better than 5th. Now we're looking at Morgan Wade from Texas, the big Texan. Saw him just throw down a beast on his 3rd run. Glad to have him with us still. Looks like he had to do some bike adjustment and some personal adjustment as well. So the 35-year-old out of Tyler, Texas, who took a gold in 2013, he's in the silver medal spot right now. Needs better than an 89.33. I'm excited, Scotty.
You're excited. Like I said it before, this has been my favorite rider forever. He was actually my counselor at Camp Woodward when I went there as a camper.
Oh, get out.
Yes, so I am rooting for Woodward right now. I'm rooting for Morgan. There's a 720. Landing this one, going into the ramp. Massive one-handed tabletop landing. Perfect on that one. Wow, you couldn't possibly land better on that transition right there. Whoa. And I'm curious to see what the height is. When he throws out that one-handed tabletop, that's when you know he's going for his height right there. I know he didn't do the backflip, but I think he's still going to be up there in the 20 range. So here's that cork 720 off access. It's almost on the verge of a 360 flip. It kind of is. And he's landing that one, claiming it down, heading straight to the quarter pipe. And here's a moment of truth. Let's see how far he goes up. Beautiful extension. Every BMX rider is just loving it.
What do you call that? 22-ish? What do you give it?
That's
that?
hard to say. I don't know how they read it exactly. I'm going to say, okay, I think it's safe to say it's in the 22 range.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. You're allowed to say that.
Okay. 23-7.
All right, Morgan. That's just classic.
Man, he's got first and second place Big Air now.
Yep. Held the record and still holds it by just a skosh more. Okay,
Wow.
So Wade's got some records broken. Here's our current leader. That is James Foster we're looking at. However, one guy stands between him and back-to-back gold.
My head was gone on the double flip.
Listen in on Morgan Wade right now.
Ooh, that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Such a great night for BMX Big Air.
Yeah,
We've seen so much so far, and the show still goes on.
Yeah, I've been doing the Ski Big Air since it started back in '99, and this is something special. It's an honor to be here with you guys, and I'll tell you, this is the way that a competition's supposed to be. Going down to the second to last rider, Vince Byron, coming up from Brisbane, Australia, looking to get a gold medal in this thing, but he's got to do a little something. However, right now, before we get there, we're going to throw down to Chris Doyle with an update. Chris?
Hey guys, unfortunately I don't have any new updates on Colton Satterfield, and that's all we know by now.
All right, well thank you. We just want to make sure that we have all the up-to-date everything. And you're looking at Foster right now, stretching it out. Get dialed in. Okay, so having a peek back right here, this is son Cotter. So Morgan Wade, happy to have his son in his arms opposed to losing the bike out of his arms. All right, so Vince Byron, here we go. Let's set the stage again. So he is currently in that third place spot. He has an 85.66. Our leader, James Foster, who's last to go, has an 89.33. Vince won the vert the other night, going for back-to-back gold, but he's got to throw down something extra special. The front flip.
Straight front flip this time around. What's he gonna do? Wow, massive tabletop. This time, I think he was going for a little height record himself. I think he was happy with his bronze medal score on that one.
Yeah.
Wow,
Obviously,
so let's see where he puts him.
Yeah. So compared to what he did previously, the difficulty, what was the height there?
The height was 22 foot 3 inches. So here we go, front flip textbook coming around, and that's going to deliver good speed with all that forward momentum, as long as you land nice and straight. And he's going to throw a tabletop up here, going at height. Look at that, flexing that bike in there, holding it for a second. Can you imagine the photo of seeing that thing? If somebody got him at full lock right there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just check at X Games or hashtag X Games if you got a shot. 22.3 is the height-o-meter for Vince Byron, so all done. So a gold last night in vert, bronze, is all unofficial bronze tonight. Real impressive, Vince Byron. I love what I'm seeing from this guy.
No, of course.
So that means James Foster on the right-hand side. Well, official score 82, but yeah, we know from experience that was not going to score as high. That means Foster raises his hands. No, he's got another gold medal 2 years in a row, and he joins an exclusive club.
Thank you.
With Kevin Robinson, Steve McCann, Zach Warden, and Colter Satterfield for going back-to-back gold medals. So as the victory lap, what do you think is going to happen here, Scotty?
That's a good question. I think he's going to put on a little show for the crowd, but he's not going to push himself too hard in the quarter pipe. Backflip no-hander, holding it for an eternity. Going to the quarter pipe. Just a big air for everybody. You know what? He deserves a victory lap. There's no point of risking life and limb. Congratulations to James Foster on back-to-back. Unbelievable. What a night for BMX Big Air.
Yeah, speechless and breathless at moments, I'll say. That was spectacular. And for Foster, again, if you're just joining us, he won the gold last year, earned it again this year, was in a car crash 8 days ago and off a motorcycle where he lost his shoes, was thrown into the other lane, didn't get hit, got back on his bike, bowed out of the, opted out of the dirt competition earlier today to focus on this right here. So James Foster.
I think that paid off for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so wins back-to-back gold. and that's just the way to get it done. Out of Redlands, California, your real cost BMX Big Air gold medalist James Foster, Morgan Wade sending it all night, and Vince Byron earning a bronze. I'm tongue-tied and excited, I'll tell you.
Wow, James Foster, what a night. New trick, quad tail whip on that quarter pipe. That's what earned it right there.
Thank you, Minneapolis.
All right, James. Hey, James. Last week you get hit by a car on your motorcycle. Tonight you do a quad whip, the first ever we've seen on BMX Big Air, and now you got that gold medal around your neck for the second year in a row on Big Air. Tell me what's on your mind.
I'm absolutely speechless right now, Chris. I'm so happy, so over the moon. I didn't even think I was going to be able to compete. I had to pull out of dirt entirely. I'm so fortunate I was even able to ride Mega, and to come away with this is absolute dream come true.
Well, we were all fortunate to watch you do your thing.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, speechless, dream come true, all the things you'd expect after getting hit by a car.
What a week.
Wow, what a week is right. Well, let's have a moment now and take a look at the Fruit of the Loom Everlight Spotlight. I'm going to just gamble and say it has something to do with the gentleman on the screen, Scotty.
Oh, it better.
Yeah, wow.
I can't believe I was able to do it. Like,
Take a peek at this. Run us through this one more time. I mean, just a spectacular evening, but highlighted by James Foster in his back-to-back attempt, and here is his winning run.
So here's a Superman C-grab. You know, moderate trick over the first one, but the business happens on this quarter pipe. He lands and does the first ever quadruple tail whip, landing, kicking it. See how far his legs were off of that bike right there,
crazy.
kicking it, pulls it. What a night.